Welcome back to more Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, everybody. So, this video is going to be a little bit different than what you're typically used to. The main reason is because this is actually me coming from the future. Yes, speaking from the future. So, what that basically means is this is a post commentary. Post commentaries are incredibly rare for me to do on this channel. For a number of reasons. I mentioned this to them before, but I like to play with like my actual live reactions, that kind of stuff, which is why I prefer live commentary. But if you must know why I actually am doing a post commentary, it's because the audio for the original episode 6 of this series ended up glitching so badly that like I still have the whole audio file. I could have put it over this comment like as a main commentary, but it wouldn't have worked. I'll talk about that in a bit, but I do want to show you something here. I'm basically just going to try to speak over as many things as possible regarding this episode. So as you can see, I switched to a greatsword because this upcoming boss battle, it's actually very beneficial to switch to a greatsword because you're going to be under him a lot, and greatswords attack directly above you. Anyway, this here is Valac, it's boss. 2 dragon heads. Pretty simple. Simply get to one side and attack. Don't get too close, but I was being an idiot and got way too close too many times here. I don't know why I was doing that, but whatever, right? Oh Jesus. Even just looking at you, even as a post commentator, I'm like, oh my god, that's so, like, anyway, this is the phase right here. This is why you want to use a greatsword, because if you get under him like that, you can keep attacking him with your greatsword multiple times, which is really amazing. They have a tongue attack. The tongue attack is actually pretty simple. By the way, they have one shared health. Don't think that, oh, if you attack the one on the left, a lot more, the one on the left will die, but the one on the right will be alive. No, they have a shared health, so you can attack the one on the left all the time, but the one on the right will also die, because they're one and the same. They're one dragon. But yeah, that's the when to do that move, you want to duck, and then when to do the next move, you want to get under them. It's actually a pretty simple boss, to be honest. There's nothing crazy about it, I don't think, because you're actually safe there if you stay under him, as you can see. So that's fantastic. That's really good. The flame attack is by far the hardest move to dodge. It's a very weird pattern, as you can see. I was like, you know what? I gotta heal. I gotta heal. So I healed. Yeah, see? Like, it's hard to stay right there in the middle. You can also hit them, of course, while they're doing this, but it's really difficult to be doing both, dodging and hitting. But there we go. Did that, thankfully. And that's it. That's the boss. It's fairly simple for the most part. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about here. Doing a post commentary because that audio file ended up crashing. And that was not good. I think I ended up glitching there. I got like stuck or something. That was weird. But yeah, it wasn't good. That happened. I was not gonna be able to actually put the original audio file, because it was super glitched, and like it was like on this echoey thing, and like it felt like a broken microphone. And I actually thought my microphone was broken for a while, but I figured out the problem. Just my computer was having some glitchy stuff, and I had to like restart it, and it worked. But yeah, so. All done with that part. So I think one of the things that I will mention in this video is that as of the time I am recording this video, well, I'll just start right now. Only this video is going to have the post commentary. The other ones are fine. Episode 7 through the end. And I actually do already know the length of this LP because I am nearly done with it. By the time I'm actually doing this post commentary, as you can see, I record ahead of time by several days because I want to make sure that I have enough content for all of you every 12 hours of each game. And as you know, I'm actually doing two games at the same time usually. Basically, it's 6 a.m., 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then 12 p.m. and usually 10:30 p.m. for the other game. But yeah, I think as of the time that this video is going to be up, Guacamelee has actually started. So if you want to see another Metroidvania game on my channel, take a look at that one, because that one is actually pretty damn good. It's pretty fun, for sure. For sure. But, yes. Anyway, this tower here is incredibly freaking boring to navigate and traverse. And I say this because it is so ridiculously huge that, like, to get... I don't even know. To get all the way up to the top or all the way back down to the bottom is actually absolutely insane. Because of how long it's going to take. Like, it's crazy. It actually is pretty crazy. Anyway, I'm switching from the... I'll be switching from the Karnak's rebook back into the Bloodbringer again. Once again, you cannot equip the Bloodbringer manually if you already have that shard, because the sword is actually out as a familiar. But there is a workaround. Simply make a shortcut and then turn on the shortcut, switch to that shortcut, and then you can actually have both. It might be a glitch, actually. I'm not really sure. I mean, I did a little bit of like looking into online, and I believe that it was a glitch. That's what people were saying, which makes sense. I mean, there's no way that would be intentional, right? Because like, if they wanted to make you equip the Bloodbringer, they would have just let you do it manually. Anyway, so once again, these poltergeist enemies, I highly recommend that you keep grinding off of them to keep getting more shards, so you can upgrade your Welcome Company. In my opinion, Welcome Company is one of the better X shards in the game. There are some that can be technically better. Like, I understand that. Oh my god, there's like a Shovel Knight enemy later. I'm not even kidding you. There's a freaking Shovel Knight enemy in here. I mean, it's called something else, but it's basically Shovel Knight, and that thing is really good because it does a lot of constant damage to bosses. So, while Welcome Company is not the best shard against bosses, I think overall, when it comes to, you know, not looking at only bosses, but actually regular enemies as well as the protection it can give you, I think it's one of the best shards in the game. Obviously becomes much better once you upgrade it, because you start with only 3 portraits, you know, but you can eventually have up to like 8 or something. Yeah. Anyway, back here in this area, I went ahead and, you know, got some more, got some crops, went ahead and delivered some more seeds. Pretty good, I would say. That's pretty damn good. And then we gotta turn in these quests because, you know, we haven't done these in a while. So we got 5 skill from that one. The next one is the Heir Apparent 3. That's whatever, I don't care about these Heir Apparents. And then Silver times 3. And then there are no new ones to accept, but there are still about 5 to 6 more that are ongoing. Okay, I'm gonna be, actually no, wait. There's gonna be a cutscene.
I found the materials you need. Then let's make some photographs. Relax. You look too serious. It's not easy to smile on command, you know. Well, do your best and hold still. Don't move a muscle until I tell you. And you can breathe now. Finally. All finished. You can move around if you want. Whew. Here you are. 1 photograph. Keep it as a memento. It looks exactly like me. How strange.
So there we go. That is the identification. You do need that, by the way. You do need it to actually progress the game, because eventually, well, I'll just start right now. We have to go back to Odie, which is the vampire guy, so we can get the specific item that we need to then enter the train section, which is in that, what's it called? That like bridge of evil or something like that. Anyway, here's some ingredients and stuff. Gonna make making that rice ball. That's right. There's a reason for it. I'll be working a lot more on ingredients and stuff later in the game, because later when the game gets a little bit more ridiculous in terms of difficulty, it's going to be very important. I mean, very important to upgrade your stats as much as possible. Like, I do mean that. I really do mean that. So there's familiar Bloodbringer, which I don't have the stuff, you know. Don't really have too much to enhance shards at the moment. Not a lot of good items, unfortunately, but It's fine. You don't really need to be increasing a lot of your shards, though. The main thing that you need to be increasing, like I keep saying, is the Welcome Company one. If you are going the Welcome Company route, I mean, you don't have to. But here's some bat wings, which, you know, the other person up in the top left corner actually wants that. And I guess I just totally forgotten that you can make bat wings. Like, on your own. So next up, we're going to be going over there, of course. You know, getting some more quests turned in. That sounds pretty good. You do get some pretty decent rewards from this, I will say. Like, some pretty decent ones. It just kind of depends, of course, on which quests you're currently turning in. But, I mean, sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get pretty bad ones. Like, here we're about to submit bat wings, but I wanted to show the stats really quick. So it's 2 defense and 2 intelligence, so actually not bad by this point in the game. You know, if you wanted to get another one for yourself, you could do that if you feel like it's important. So you get 3 chocolate cake for that. That's nice. Very nice. The memory of Talia. This one here is a Rava Bureau. And that one, we actually do have one of those. We can go ahead and turn that one in. We got toy shoes as a reward. Next one is a memory of Nora. This one is a flame ring. Which, I don't have a flame ring, but you can actually easily make one. You can totally easily make one. By the way, chocolate cake here improves your luck by 2. Pretty damn good. Yeah, so we'll be progressing very, very soon. Just need to finish up some stuff.
I suppose you have a point, but...
Huh. We're done talking. I must go.
We're not done talking. And there he goes. Sorry you had to see that.
He really doesn't like me, does he?
Oh, he's just stubborn. Can I help you with something?
Alright, so it was a little optional cutscene between Zangetsu and Dominique. I'm actually not sure what triggers those things to happen. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, here, if you turn in the rice ball to Susie, you will actually complete the first quest, and you will get a nice little reward. Thorn Whip.
Yes, I'll help you.
Okay, sounds good. So the next one, it says something irresistible. Now, the interesting thing about this is it'll actually show you the icon, as you can see. So like that one says pizza. We have a pizza, so we can actually give it to Susie, you know? There we go. We get convex glasses, and the next one, fried finger food. Wonderful. Yes, we don't have that one yet. Which is fine, it's all good. It's just a whole lot of, you know, side stuff to be doing. We're almost already halfway done through this video, as you can see. And, there's definitely a lot we still need to do in terms of items and stuff. But, like, I'm going to be spacing this out throughout the series, that's for sure. Like, ingredients and, you know, quests and stuff. I'm gonna make a gunman's scarf because that one's just overall better than the tattered one. And here's the flame ring. You need 1 ring and 1 ruby to make a flame ring. So, yep, let's do it. Make one of those. There's a flame ring, so now we can turn that in for the quest in the top left corner as well. So that's pretty good. Here's gunman's scarf. Overall, a slight improvement, you know, for some defense and stuff. So that's not bad, I would say. It's not bad at all. Alright, and then here is Abigail. We're going to go ahead and turn in the flame ring. And as a reward, we're going to get a nice little... What is the reward, actually? Let's see here. Eye of Horus. And then Memory of Edith. That's a tea dress. Then you can also make the tea dress, but I don't think I'm going to be doing it right now. past me was like, nope, I'm not doing it. Nope. Oh, so there's actually some pretty good stuff, as you can see. I'm just like looking at all this because, you know, I'm like way further in the game now. So I'm just like, oh my god, I remember when I had these stats, you know? It's kind of funny. It's pretty funny. Also, one other thing I should mention as well, and I think I'm probably going to mention this in the finale of the series when I record it, which will be very soon as well, since, you know, I'm really far into the game. But there are 2 additional Bloodstained games. What is it called? Like Circle of the Moon? I think that's what they're called. I've never played them, and the main reason why is because they're not Metroidvania games, and when it comes to 2D platformers, I've been more so into the Metroidvania, you know, subgenre a lot more. Not that I have anything against games like that. I mean, recently I've played games that are like more like Donkey Kong Country, for example, like Caves and the Wild Masks and Stitchy and Tookie Trouble. So I do play 2D games like that as well. I just enjoy Metroidvania games a lot more. But
OD, you seem to know a lot. How does one board the train here in the castle?
That old thing. Why would you want to?
Because?
You need credentials to pass through the station gate. I could give you mine,
Really?
but the credentials must carry your photograph in order to be valid.
My what?
Ah, that's right. Your kind hasn't invented photography yet. But if anyone has come close, it would be the church. If you know...
Oh, a photograph! I have one of those!
Well now, misprepared. Here you are. Your very own credentials.
Thank you, OD.
alright, there we go. So that's exactly what you need, as I was saying before. That's why you have to go back to Dominique to get that picture taken, and then you come over here, and yeah, then you are good to go with this. But going back to what I was saying before, you know, I would consider playing those games, definitely, if you would like me to. It's part of the Bloodstained series, and from my understanding, there's actually different playable characters. Like the first Bloodstained game is actually, I think you control Zangetsu, but you can also control other characters like Miriam. I think Dominique as well is an option, and Alfred, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but something like that. So we'll see. I think I'll talk about more of that maybe later in this video. But once you have these the credentials from OD, once you have all that taken care of, you're ready to go into the bridge toward the right side. What you want to do is, the easiest way is to warp over into the Garden of Silence, because by warping to the Garden of Silence, all you have to do is move a couple rooms to the right side and just traverse some rather simple enemies. When you get to the room past that, well, I mean, you'll see, you can see on the map too, but the next room is that really large room with the what do you call it? There's like an up and a down passageway, and like the up, I don't even know how to describe this, to be honest. Yeah, see this one. But once you get to the room with the save point on the right side, there's going to be 2 ways to go. Previously, we've taken the room on the top right in that room. However, this time we're finally going to take the one in the bottom right, because the bottom right room will in fact lead towards the bridge area that we want to go to, the Bridge of Evil. I better not be having this name wrong the whole time. I thought it was Bridge of Evil, but I might be very wrong. Anyway, take the save point. This is the closest save point that you're going to have for a while. You have to go through a timed sequence mission thing, as well as fighting a boss in that time. It's not easy, but it's also actually not ridiculously hard. It's not as crazy as you think. But that is the closest save point you will find, because you cannot save at all once you start that portion. I think it's like a 5-minute thing, you know? Anyway, this room here is just a couple enemies you want to deal with. It shouldn't be too crazy at all. And there's these cannon things that we haven't seen since the beginning. And what is it called? The Galleon, whatever place it's called. Here we got a giant freaking puppy head, which is creepy as hell. And they're literally just called puppies, I think. I believe that's what they're called. Got some more lilies here. Also a long passageway for getting money here in the long run, as you can see. Alright, so once you make it past to this room, or to this side, the train room, this passage right here is where your progress would be stopped if you did not have the credentials. But I have them, so now it actually lets us go through.
Wait, I didn't come here to fight.
Then you should not have come at all. But our clash may have to wait.
Oh, this train.
You catch on quickly. I have business further ahead. But I find myself at odds with the powerful witchery driving these carriages.
Surely nothing a man of your ability cannot handle.
I already conducted a search inside. But there is an area I cannot pass because of the sorcery it requires.
Ah. Well, it just so happens I have business ahead as well. Does this mean we have a truce?
For now. What?
Alright, and here is the time thing. As you can see, you have 5 minutes to do this. You have to be fast. So, the whole thing is basically run to the right side. And we're not going to be progressing toward the left, you know, in any big way. So just letting you know about that. That's not how that works. Just got to keep running to the right. Couple enemies, a couple of these ninja-like enemies, and a couple others too, which we'll see. But there's nothing too crazy here. You just want to do this as fast as possible because, again, you will fight a boss at the end of this, and the boss is still during that time limit, so you have to defeat the boss before the time limit runs out. The boss can easily be destroyed in about 40 seconds or so if you are just aggressive and tank a couple hits, but you do have to, you know, have enough time for that, of course. Which is why you want to do this as fast as possible so you don't feel too pressured in time. But yeah, nothing too crazy. There are a couple items to get here. You probably just saw one at the top left corner over there. Which is right over, yep, right there. It's just an ammo up, which is not bad, I suppose. And there's like, I think there's like 2 treasures in here too, something like that. There's a Ciliano enemy. So the first chest is right there. You can also open that lever to unlock a shortcut, because you can revisit this place later. You actually can do it. But it's a place that you don't ever have to revisit and backtrack to if you complete everything right now and get all the items at the moment. So, just letting you know. Okay, nothing too out of the ordinary here. Just a couple more enemies, which you can actually just kind of, you know, again, go past. You don't have to defeat all these enemies if you don't want to. It's really up to you. Now, Zangetsu's attacks are insane, as you just saw. Really, really crazy. Alright, then here, this is a place that Zangetsu was saying he can't get through. Right there. And that's another shard. This one is a bunny morph. It's transformed into a lily. Interesting. Alright, so here there's actually a chest. If you take these stairs on the upper left corner, or on the left side, it'll take you to the upper left corner, eventually over to a chest. This part's optional. It will take about 15 seconds or so to do, maybe a little bit less actually. But yeah, we're almost at the end there. We're almost at the end. There we go. You have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Alright, so for this battle here, he's going to start with an attack. Stay behind it. Well, actually, this part's cinematic. Okay, after that attack, now it's time for the boss. Run up to it and do a lot of attacks. Use your welcome company, do some attacks, so he might actually launch you back. If he does that attack, stay behind Zangetsu, because Zangetsu will always block every single attack of that. You need to stay behind him so you can actually take the hits. Look at that, you can do some really nice solid hits here. I don't know what he's doing right now, but whatever, that's fine. Okay, now he's probably... Oh. What is he doing? What is he doing? What was Zangetsu doing back there? Oh, there's the gun move. Okay. And then simply run again. What is that sound? Are y'all hearing that? What is that sound? I actually have no idea. And there we go. That's it. See? I think it started with, what, 240 and 153? It took about 50 seconds or so to complete, around there. What is that sound? Y'all are hearing that, right? That's crazy.
You have my thanks.
Save your thanks. I didn't do it for you.
Fine. But I owe you all the same. You are a fierce one, Shardbinder Miriam.
Okay. So we did that, and as you can see, we're on the right side. So we did explore the whole train segment. We left one little spot over there, but that's always skipped because of the scene. So I'm going to have to go back there later and actually explore that if I want to, you know, gain that map percentage there. You do actually want to try to explore as much of the map as possible if you want to buff up the Traverser's ring, which I'll be talking about that and equipping that later on. But there's basically, you know, that ring. Some of you might already know this, but there is a ring that buffs up in more power the more map you have explored. So it's pretty crazy how much damage it can actually do once you're up to like 80 to 90% of the map explored. Like, it's pretty crazy. We're not even at 40% of the way there, as you can see. So we still got a lot to do, but it's fine. It's all good. Anyway, save point there, you know, so take that save point. I believe there's actually a wall that can be broken somewhere here, I think. Yeah, which is why I was attacking. HP max up. It's pretty cool. Not bad. 20 more HP. And some more enemies to defeat here. Like I said, this is a Metroidvania game that's very different than most other Metroidvania games because you actually do want to defeat as many enemies as possible so you gain pickups, shards, and experience. Which is pretty damn good. Anyway, completing this section here in this train segment, it's going to take us to a new map, a new location. Now this next map is actually really small. It's one of the smallest maps in the entire game, but it is a new section nonetheless. And this one is called the Underground Sorcery Lab. There is a boss here, and I think like a cutscene too. But other than that, I mean, it's nothing crazy. Now, we're not going to fight the boss in this video, I don't think, because we are definitely running short on time. Up to 28 minutes, but also a lot of enemies to gain some nice experience if you want to. There's a puppy right there. These puppies are freaking creepy. Like, it's just a giant puppy head. Like, what in the world? I don't know. I really don't know. Then we have Bomber Morts. There's just an improved variation of the regular Mort enemy. Nothing too crazy here, though.
Oh, Miriam.
Dominique, what are you doing here?
Looking for Zangetsu. Have you seen him?
Yes. We fought together aboard the train. Perhaps I misjudged his intentions.
What? Zangetsu was with you. But that's...
Is something wrong?
I asked him to go to the underground sands, but he must have chosen to disregard that request. If you see him again, would you ask him to report back to me?
All right.
Alfred could spring a trap on any one of us at any time. I hope Zangetsu gets his priorities straight. Thank you, Miriam, and stay safe.
Okay, so apparently Zangetsu went and did his own thing. Not supposed to, not doing what he was asked by Dominique. Anyway, there's a lot of poisonous frogs here. You gotta be very careful. They will poison you when they touch you. Very, very crazy, for sure. But also a lot of nice pickups. There's a chest there, has a Damascus there, pretty cool. There's a section up in the top right corner, but you need a new ability first, known as, I think it's Reflector, oh my god, Reflector Ray? Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's up there. But you're not going to be able to do it with just double jump. Past me actually tried a couple times, and I was like, no, there's no, I'm not even close. Not even close, man. Alright, there's an upper left door and a bottom left door. The bottom left door leads to a save point, which is also going to be a pretty good time to go ahead and end the video. I did do a cut there though, just because I was looking at some menu thing on pause. I was like, you know what, I don't need to show this. One other thing I want to show you though is that if you want to defeat some these powerful Gushan enemies, you can come back here and defeat them. Just give you a heads up that they're pretty tough by this point. They do a lot of damage per hit, as you can see. Look at my health already. It's pretty down there. So if you're going to do it, I recommend to be very careful. But we did get a level up. That's actually a perfect time for a level up, as we're about to fight a boss in the next video. Other than that, this video is done. So hopefully you enjoyed this very rare post commentary. Once again, sorry about that, technical issue. Lost my live commentary, but before I end this video, as always, I'd like to encourage you to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a great day.